Part 1. In Chapter 1, Dogman navigates through the misty landscape of Angland with his scouting party, feeling uneasy as they encounter the aftermath of battle, including numerous dead bodies of Union soldiers. He reflects on the dangers of war and his own mortality. After a tense moment of near death, he reunites with Black Dow, who reveals the extent of the carnage in the valley. The group discusses Bethod's tactics and the impending threat of the Union's numbers. They approach a crowded gate in Ostenhorn, where they are denied entry despite offering their services, leading Dogman to anticipate further conflict. In Chapter 2, Lord Governor Meade reflects on the tragic losses at Blackwell, including his sons, as Lord Marshal Burr scolds him for defying orders. Burr then outlines a plan to defend Angland against Bethod's advances, assigning General Croy and General Polder to lead the Eastern Front, while Crown Prince Ladisla takes a defensive position on the Western Road. As Meade reluctantly accepts his role, Burr unexpectedly promotes Colonel West and invites him to join a regiment inspection. During a tense encounter, Northmen ambush Burr and West but offer allegiance against Bethod, solidifying an uneasy alliance with West's new command. In Chapter 3, Glocta, sent by Arch-Lector Sult, arrives in Dagoska to replace the missing Superior Davout and secure the city against an impending Gurkish attack. Disgusted by the brutality of Inquisitor Harker, Glocta dismisses him and commands better treatment of prisoners. He then meets Dagoska's ruling council, including General Visbruck, Lord Governor Worms, and Magister Eider. After asserting his authority with the king's writ, Glocta announces his intentions to oversee the council's operations closely. Tensions rise as he realizes that one among them might be a traitor linked to Davoust's disappearance. In Chapter 4, Jezal follows Bayaz through Chalcis, enduring Bayaz's lecture on history and power. Jezal remains unimpressed, distracted by the city's decay. Meanwhile, the legate warns Bayaz that Chalcis avoids involvement in the empire's political chaos, where factions are vying for control. He describes a brutal conflict between rival heirs Scario, Goltus, and the rogue General Cabrian, who now claims the title of Emperor in Darmium. Bayaz dismisses the legate's warnings and angrily vows to leave Chalcis. Jezal, intimidated by Bayaz's display of power, trails him out of the hall, leaving the legate in shock. In Chapter 5, Glocta reports to Arch-Lector Sult on his findings in Dagoska and immediately begins strengthening the city's defenses. He instructs General Visbruck to prioritize fortifying the city's land walls in preparation for a Gurkish siege, and questions the mercenary leader Nikomokoska, who reveals his mercenary loyalty to money. Glocta confronts Corsten dan Worms, the Lord Governor's son, about food supplies, insisting they secure 6 months of provisions for all residents, including the locals, to prevent unrest. Worms reluctantly agrees. Despite his efforts, Glocta struggles to gain allies, and remains in the dark about Superior Davoust's fate. In Chapter 6, Pharaoh is wary of her companions as they journey west. Her distrust is evident as she scrutinizes each person, especially Bayaz, whom she finds suspicious and secretive. The group meets a guard who warns them of dangers on the plains, but Bayaz remains resolute. As they camp, Pharaoh considers abandoning the group, but Ninefingers confronts her, advising her to trust despite her cynicism. He offers a deal: mutual protection. Pharaoh reluctantly agrees, deciding to stay, though she vows no promises. The chapter concludes with them sitting together, warily observing each other in the firelight. In Chapter 7, Sandan Glocta urgently requests funds and soldiers from Arch-Lector Sult to bolster Dagoska's defenses. He proposes an alliance with Kadia, offering natives access to the upper city and weapons. Glocta then interrogates Harker, who confesses to taking money Davoust extorted from natives, but provides no information on Davoust's disappearance. Later, at a lavish dinner with Magister Eider, head of the Spicers, Glocta discusses city politics, the council's divisions, and his suspicions of a conspiracy involving Davoust. Eider agrees to assist, showing the first signs of alliance, but tensions and hidden agendas remain high. In Chapter 8, Logen and his group continue their difficult journey, marked by mutual distrust and lack of cohesion. Bayaz, the Magus, narrates the dark tale of the old empire's fall, centered on Glustrad, a shunned son who defied the first law by summoning demons and inciting chaos. The group scouts an abandoned village, heightening their caution. Around the campfire, tensions rise, especially with Luthar's reluctant